Jim Avery, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I would like to know when the meeting that conducted the interviews was held. I'd like to know where the minutes of that open meeting are, and I'd like to know where the minutes of all the, where the reports or where the minutes of all the closed sessions that have been held over the past 2 months are.
So we will find a place to file. We do have the board has not met in closed session. This is a closed session meeting minutes. They've been drafted by our board secretary, and in the next meeting, closed meeting, they will be reviewed and approved, hopefully.
Okay. How about the postings for when the closed meetings were held so that we as homeowners at least knew when the board was meeting and what the subject of discussion was per the HOA meeting requirements? If you notice, you asked about when the meeting was. It was August 10th, and that meeting was posted. Where?
It was posted on the Tatum Highlands website.
On the website, on the calendar? Where was it posted where all the members of the community would know to look to find a potential meeting?
It's the same place all of our meetings were posted. Now we no longer have that website.
Okay.
Right.
Are you going to be posting agendas, or is there going to be a posting for the meeting? I'm finding over the past there's been a great deal of flexibility that's been taken by this board that doesn't. I mean, when the takeover first came for the Thrive organization, one of the things that was promoted or was said repeatedly was openness with the homeowners. My assessment is when the agendas aren't posted on the web page prior to the meeting, when there isn't something other than a one-line note in a calendar buried deep in the web page that says that there's going to be a meeting, someplace where homeowners know. You look at it, we have 44 people at the meeting tonight, and typically in the past few months at meetings, we've had fewer than 15. It appears to me that the board has not taken the stance that it said it would to be open with the homeowners and have open communication, and has in fact been trying to hold their meetings in a manner that keeps the homeowners from knowing about them. Because even closed meetings, according to the HOA Meetings Act in the Arizona legislature, are supposed to be held openly. Was the interviews for the management companies held in an open meeting?
It was a closed meeting.
Which is a direct violation of Arizona open meeting exceptions for homeowners, or
And
for
we have
homeowners association.
And thank you, Jim. Scott, do you want to answer that final question?
The interviews were interviewing regarding who the employee representatives were going to be from those management companies. In a number of cases, the interviews included interviewing the particular people who were going to be engaged to be the actual manager. And under the statute, the terms and conditions of employment of the actual employee of the contractor of the association are protected.
Next question. Next person. Sandy, did you have a question?
No, I do not.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. Is there another question?
Can I finish up with Scott or just?
No, you asked your questions, Jim.
Oh, so you're going to shut me down now? Okay. I'll take note of that too.
So, Jim, do you have one final question for Scott?
Sure. Where in the Open Meetings Act does it specifically state? I can see where it talks about discussion employees, but hiring is different from discussion or employees. It doesn't talk about interviewing candidates anywhere in the open meetings, a portion of the HOA. Am I misinterpreting it, or?
You'll have to give me a second to pull out my.
That's all right. I'm more than willing to talk with you later about it. I know that the board has many other things that it wants to, choose my words carefully here, accomplish this evening.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at 33-1804, and I find nothing in there that talks about interviews for potential employees. There is provision for people who employee issues, but that presumes that they've already been hired by the HOA. And it all goes back to my contention that this board has not acted in an open fashion with homeowners.
And Jim, I don't want you to feel that way, and I promise that we will do everything we can to be as open as possible.
Yeah, it's a little late right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other question? Eddie?
Yeah, I'd like to ask, it sounds like there's I joined a little bit late, but it sounds like there is a lawyer online with us today. I'd like to ask two questions. Number one, is it legal in a closed session to, the question was asked earlier, but I don't think it was answered. I think the lawyer said, oh, I'm gonna have to get back to you. I would like an answer on that. Is it legal to hire a management company in closed session? And second point to that is, I've got multiple questions, but second point to that is the Tatum Highlands website is up right now, and I don't see anywhere where it noticed this so-called closed session meeting. So if you could point us to a screenshot, a URL, anything that clearly identifies where this meeting was noticed, that would be great.
Go ahead.
As far as the notice, when the meeting occurred, Tatum Highlands was being managed by AAM, Associated Asset Management. They controlled the website. When they stopped managing Tatum Highlands, that website went offline. So
it's online right now. Go to Tatum Highlands. It's online.
Mr. Jackson, I'm assuming that the AAM controlled website is no longer online. Am I wrong about that?
TatumHighlandsCA.org. It is online right now. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're representing our community, you should know that.
Okay, I am the lawyer. I am not the manager. I don't have it pulled up. That's not my domain, sir. I will pull it up. I will indulge your question. Give me
I
a
just
second.
put it in the chat for everyone to see. Tatum HighlandsCA.org is up. So I would like to hear from the president where this notice was sent.
Well, I can't tell. I know it was there. I looked for it. I verified it. I asked for it to be on the website. And I didn't post it personally, but I checked before our meeting to make sure it was there. And I can find the email where I asked for it to be on the website. But you would think that if you can log into that website, you should not be able to do that, I would bet. And if you did, we don't know what they're doing with the calendar and all that. But all of the information for calendars, for meetings are in the same place month to month.
So just so I'm clear, you asked for it to be posted, or you verified
I did.
that it was?
I did both.
Verify that it was posted?
Yes, I did. I promise you, I did. I did.
And back to the question that was posed earlier about the closed session. One of the reasons that I was in the meeting is because the board wanted my advice about which management company was competent and capable. That's legal advice, and that's one of the permitted closed meeting topics. It's number one of the 5 topics. When I answered the question earlier, my answer focused on the job performance and compensation of an individual employee of a contractor of the association, which is number 4 under the statute, the 4th of 5 reasons to be in a closed session. And on the fly, I forgot about number 1, legal advice from an attorney. I was at all meetings, and that is the other reason that it was a justified closed session. And that's the answer to your question, as well as the answer to the previous question that I said I need to look at the statute,
So
which I have done.
In your opinion, it is lawful for a board to hire, not to conduct an interview, but to actually hire the management company in closed session? That's your legal opinion?
Yes, it is.